All right. Our Mamra when young head also about no credit.
Yeah, Sergio, and I think it was a baptism of fire at the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abeokuta. Bebia Kotoko Ekoyi Kwara United Efrim no. Now I know it was Mamelodi Sundowns making an away trip to Nigeria's Remo Stars. Omoye the Nigerian champions, omo winning omo previous season. Yeah, but Champions League a few way prelims no. Remo Stars any benefit of meeting Comoros, US Zilimanju, and luckily for them both games in Nigeria, so they won it 5-0 on aggregate, 1-0, 4-0, so it was easy for them. But going to the next game against Mamelodi Sundowns, that was too difficult for them. And then it's like as a South African, as a training no more year. From Kuliso Mudau, Peter Shalolile, and the likes, Mokwena. But honestly, how Meka goalkeeper Rowan Williams considered that goal now? Oma Remo Stars in the said you, but at least 5-1 win. This was utter sales goal now. 5-1, so emphatic. I don't see Remo Stars making any statement by going there in South Africa to eliminate Mamelodi Sundowns. Too difficult, a tall order for them. I think it's now over. Remo Stars are out. And Al Ali also had a win against Aigle Noir of Burundi and Ongo Ena. Aigle Noir, the Burundians, Esperance de Tunis, Rahimo FC in Burkina also won by a goal to nil. But interestingly, Orlando Pirates lost by 3 goals to nil against FC Saint Eloi Lupopo of DR Congo, and this was how the CAF Champions League pan out with result. Enwa Jonathan Soa was part of that team. Yanga Fono Etimi Ekonya a 3-0 win against Nsingidi Hospital, and I think Simba also on their way into the group stage of the CAF Champions League. Last season they were in the CAF Confederations Cup, being in the finals, but unfortunately losing out against RS Bekani. With the result of Manya so far, I'm seeing them into the group stage. CAF Confederations Cup, and so interesting results. Zamalek the Omoya is so simple against Somalian team FC Dekedeha. So 6-0 the SAU and Shedanya Adia A1 Biasa. I told Lusail Munina now are in the CAF Confederations Cup, and you saw CR Belouizdad also drawing. Sergio, Niema CAF Confederations Cup, people are few way very interesting. They say those big sides now more CAF Champions League, Ebinima drop it, more. Because we know Kasa Iwak wo ho, CR Belouizdad wo ho, Etol du Sahel wo ho. And so these are all traditional giants and ka amount for they within the CAF Champions League, but they are now part of the CAF Confederations Cup this season. With first leg result, Adikai Abasu 2 games na maso because na Pyramid FC and of course Meka RS Bekani were engaged in the CAF Super Cup. Nti ama omo various games there omo entimi amonti that game has been rescheduled. So this was how CAF Super Cup game ebaso ewo Egypt over the weekend on Saturday, and it was RS Bekani omo CAF Confederations Cup champions against Pyramid FC omo a CAF Champions League winners. And so you game now course RS Bekani lost by a goal to nil against Pyramid. So Pyramids are now the CAF Super Cup champions, and I think it's a revenge for them because in 2020 these same two sides are CAF Confederations Cup final. Emma RS Bekani etiamo by winning 1-0 in that season now. Omotimi edifemu ekum. So this time around Pyramid FC etimi yamo revenge ebaso ewo the CAF Super Cup na ekoso over the weekend ewo Egypt. No said you Morocco for na baso. They've done a massive job, and who had that guy Yasser Sabiri, and I think he will be the guy to watch going forward because who had Jumasoa or ewo the competition the FIFA Under-20 World Championship now Morocco has been part of Omoaji Bida, and Omasaba be the second African country after Ghana in 2009. So we've seen series of African teams making it into the finals of the Under-20 World Cup. But even Ghana when yedikan kobia eluzu because we were there in Australia 93, lost against Brazil. In 2001 against Argentina, we lost before winning in 2009. Nigeria have been part of the finalists on 2 occasions. Obeka Niesiye, it was 1989 in Saudi Arabia, losing against Portugal, and of course 2005, it was not Netherlands, losing against Argentina. But Morocco, the first final and it's against no team but the most successful side when it comes to the Under-20 World Championship. Argentina, GB chain, Obia, and now the Moroccan team are the World Under-20 Championship. Omono champions, Seju, are absolutely incredible. World Cup semi-final for the first time in Africa.
Yeah.
Under-23, Seju, Olympic Games, they were bronze medalists. Seju, Under-20, they are now world champions. And AFCON Under-17 championships are boys who Seju, they are also the champions. The Under-17 World Youth Championship, Juvenile Championship. So Seju, Morocco, any rocket science.
Okay.
It's a result of proper plans. Seju, young Ghana for goals over the weekend, and we've seen some couple of brilliant performances over the weekend. Brandon Thomas Asante Seju, he was on the score sheet this weekend for the team Coventry City when they won 2-0 against Blackburn Rovers, who called the English Championship. Now Coventry City are on top of the league lock. And Seju, based on the performance now, more than if Omobetimia Twasosa, Seju, I'm seeing say a likely say Coventry City bet me an opportunity back into the Premier League. Nantes Muhonum somewhere around 97 during then times Mustafa Haji Mo Ebono. That was when I knew Coventry City within the English Premiership. But Moko relegation on back. Long spell, they came close. Recent playoff championship they were part of the 4 teams, near Sunderland etimi qualified. Now they were part of the 4 teams now. But it was unfortunate someone to me and this time around they are doing a good job, and Brandon Asante was on target for them. Oko Austria Seju, Edmond Bedu also scored for the club Red Bull Salzburg in the 2-2 draw against RSC Altach within the Austrian Bundesliga now, and of course Babaraman was also on target for the club Meka PAOK Thessaloniki. Babaraman scored one of the goals when they won by 2-0 against AEK Athens. Oko Greece Omu League na we Babaraman so esin Chenya. Joseph Pencil was also on target this weekend. The club LA Galaxy Eshe Minnesota United, and Joseph Pencil was on target for the club. And Oko Serbia Kweku Osebunsu Eshe go emanate team Spartak Subonica against FC Radniki. Kweku Osebunsu was on target for the club. And Uyi Ononsu Sinche Clifford Abuaji of Anatosis also Omubo Ewo the Cyprus League no. Clifford Abuaji was also on target for the club. So Sejo, this sum up the goals scored by Ghanaian players over the weekend. Okay. Sejo is numbers no omaya dia kaka.
Okay, Robert na fe yaba be hwe Kotoko Wak game no na fe GP